walking home from work. It's not that late though, it's only about almost 10 o'clock. But earlier I was trying to do a video and I couldn't. But it's been a long time since I had a video posted. Sorry about that. I was arrested for something I didn't do. And now I was in jail for 20 days. And I did something stupid. I starved myself while I was incarcerated. I shouldn't have done it, but I thought the world was falling apart. And my life was crashing. I lost my family recently. I lost my wife, my children. They didn't pass away, but we have to be separated because of court. But I'm still fighting for my case to get dismissed. It will happen, because I know God can provide. It took me a long time to realize, even though I'm a pastor and I understand that God works no matter what situation you're in. But I wanted to say to those people who are having doubts, because I have doubts too, that it's okay. All we need to do is pray to God and He will be there for us. God is there for us no matter what. He's everywhere. There are rough times and are bad. But I have to tell you that I failed as a pastor. I said that all to say that I started to give up. I started to be a guy that I said I wasn't anymore. I went crazy. I lost my temper. And I lost everything. Lost my house, lost my car, and I lost my family temporarily. I almost lost my wife because I messed up. And I take that. I'm not perfect. I never told anybody I ever was perfect. I do have skills, and I do use them, but I'm nowhere near perfect. And I wanted everybody to know that pastors are not perfect. People goes ups and downs, but I realized why God put me in this position. At first I thought He turned His back on me, but He didn't. He's given me an opportunity to say that I've been through all of this. I've been through this hard time, because without my family I'm a total wreck, and I really am. But I have to tell you that God is in control. He told me last night that you shouldn't be ashamed. God is there for you no matter what. It may seem that He's quiet or He's not answering your prayers, but I also always have to remember that the teacher's always quiet during a test. So when God is testing you and He's giving you an opportunity to be a testimony one day to somebody who's going through a rough time, or there's no return, you lose everything. And I think of the disciple Job and how he lost everything, but he stayed faithful to God. He stayed faithful to God no matter what went through, no matter who died, he lost everything, but yet he never turned his back on God. I had doubts, and I shouldn't have, but I'm only human. I really am. I'm not perfect. And I have to understand that God tells me sometimes you have to ask that help. And sometimes God puts people in certain place in a rough time so they can reach out to other people or to a church and see if they would help, just for some counsel. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. We weren't meant to be in this. God did not create us to be in this world by ourselves. He created us to be together, fellowship together, help one another, encourage one another. Because I had to realize that the cross stands for something, and the cross is life. Because somebody told me that God only helps people who help themselves. But then I realized, then what was the cross for? If I have to help myself when I'm a child of God, what was the cross for? And the cross did everything. Jesus Christ shed his blood on the cross so all of us could be free and realize that we're all, once we put our faith in God, we are his child no matter what. No matter what you go through. And times in life, especially nowadays, and life is hard. You see all these shootings, you see all these, you see what's going on in the government, and you're scared. You could be scared. It's a natural human thing. You could be angry, be upset. But just remember that God, no matter where you're at in life, no matter what you don't have or what you do have, be encouraged that God is still with you. God is there with you. And God will never leave your side. And I had to realize this after I lost everything. And I should have known, because I read the Bible all the time and I just don't understand why I got so upset at God. When he says, I'm here. Let me have it. Let me deal with the problems. You're my son. I miss my family, and I really do. I get to see them this Saturday for the first time. It's going to be awesome. Since almost 2 months. Actually, about more than 2 months. God is good. And I just want everybody to say, just let everyone know, I'm still alive. But just remember, you hate sin and you love people. Be kind to one another. Help one another. Encourage one another. Because God is with you through it all. And that cross stands for something. That cross paid the price. He will take your pain. He will take your sorrow. He will take your anger. He will take your disease. He will take your health and make it better. He is the God who controls the world. He created the world. So, be encouraged. God bless everyone and have a great night.